the North Cape, known for its harsh environment, its icy cold sea, and the stage for a naval battle back in the Second World War. The most northern point in Europe you'll get by car or by walking. In our case, we took the car. Last summer, I drove up there and I just saw the beautiful landscapes, the crazy roads, and I just thought I have to do the same thing with my E30. My name's Tim Riva.
My name is Seya.
So I'm Cyrill.
I'm Julian.
Our mission was to drive all the way from Switzerland to the North Cape. Before we could start the journey, we had to prepare the car. We worked day and night. Some of the modifications we did were necessary, but some were also less necessary. In the end, after many hours of work, it looked like this.
As for our personal winter equipment, we got the opportunity from Go Vertical to pick several items from their store, skiing equipment and other winter gear. Our hero. Absolute lifesaver. We ordered last minute and luckily enough the items got there right when we wanted to leave. We waited for the postman and he finally arrived, so we're gonna pack on everything, put everything in the Genesis and E30 and then finally hit the road.
Of course, Tim was late.
Reachable, deodorant. So this today, the 30th of January, is the start of our North Cape adventure, and we're here in Uligenswil.
So now we're close to midday and we need to get to Göttingen in about 6-7 hour drive, so we need to hit the road to catch our first night of sleep.
Yeah, and I'm going to catch them in Oslo. I have to do something in Switzerland for 3 days, and afterwards we'll see us in Norway. I'll give you the camera. Here. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
We have, let's see, nearly 600 kilometers of range and Tim has to go to the petrol station. Perfect preparation.
Germany was great. Anyways, here we arrive for our first night in Göttingen.
We just arrived at our first Airbnb and let's check up on Tim and Julian.
Sometimes in life, the small victories are the best, like being able to open a washing machine. On the second day, we met with Rasi from Benzindruck in Hanover. He's a big BMW enthusiast and even prepared some breakfast for us.
So we're on our way to Hamburg. We just left Hanover like an hour ago, where we had a lovely breakfast with our friend over at Benzindruck. He talked cars with us, so we talked about cars. He blessed our trip. And now we're on the way to Hamburg, as I said, to visit another friend. Then we'll be off to Flensburg after that. That's where we're going to stay tonight. And then from Flensburg it's going to be Hirtshals, ferry to Larvik, Larvik to Oslo. Oslo will be our third night, and where we'll pick up Seya. And then from there on, it's us four to the North Cape.
Then we caught our first rain. We hoped it was going to be the last one, so afterwards only snow. Then day 3 came around. 3 countries in one day. Germany, through whole of Denmark, and end destination Oslo in Norway.
So we finally arrived, as you can see, in Hirtshals after getting stopped by the border patrol in Denmark. And I said we were heading to Kolding, but because she was really beautiful, one would say. I was kind of stuttering. But now we're in Hirtshals, and our ferry is going to leave in, exactly 20 minutes. But it's not going to leave, we're going to board probably then. And then we'll land in Larvik.
Next stop is Oslo, where we're going to check in our Airbnb, and in the evening we go and pick up Seya.
yeah, there should be snow in Oslo. There was also snow here in Denmark actually, and hail.
Finally, Norway. After a tiring 4-hour-long journey on a ferry, we were one step closer to our goal. We reached Norway. In Oslo, Seya joined the party.
Ciao bello.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao ragazzi.
Ciao,
How was your flight?
Not too bad actually. Yeah, got here quick. From Flims for Sauber, straight to Oslo.
Luckily, I skipped Germany, the boring part. Now we are in Norway. Day 4 started in Oslo, and then Tim forgot how to drive.
How did the car start? Awesome, but the... yeah. Never leave it in gear and drop the clutch. No, awesome, but the lock was frozen. I couldn't open it from this side.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Hello and welcome from my side. I joined the guys yesterday evening. I came with the plane, and now we're already here in Oslo, trying to find our way through the beautiful town. We don't see anything because I find our way to Trondheim.
Exactly, yeah. We're going to Trondheim. First to Bavaria BMW, because I want to open up the transfer case, the fill screw from transfer case, to see inside if there's enough fluid inside, and then we'll head to Trondheim.
The condition of the car was very good, but we couldn't get rid of the squeaking.
Well, one of the belts is still squealing. We really hope that, well, the thermostat, exactly, the thermostat was dripping onto it before we left. We fixed the problem, but it doesn't drip anymore. The hose was leaking, and oh, yeah, police. Exactly, it was dripping onto one of the belts, and it's still squealing, and I don't know why. Yeah, as you can hear. I don't even know if these guys can wrench, because I only saw electric BMWs. So we've arrived at Bavaria here in Oslo.
We can lift off the car.
Yeah.
Car looks really nice.
Thanks, yeah. 230,000 kilometers.
It's no rust.
No, it was only driven in summer. It's the first time winner. Yeah.
How do you like the new one?
I mean, it's full of luxury, right?
like this?
Yeah. Well. So we've been driving for what, 1,400, more like, whatever. Thanks again to Kaufmann for our underbody sealant, because I mean, you can see everything is black and looks pretty new, and the salt also. Modern cars. We just finished up by Bavaria here in Oslo, and thanks again guys, it was really nice of you. And now we're heading to Trondheim. The car's running good, they said. Let's hope it stays that way, and yeah, see you at Trondheim.
How's your journey going so far in the Genesis?
It's too easy, it's too easy.
And how's your paying journey going?
Not great, to be honest.
Next up, Trondheim. Or not. Perhaps I forgot something at the gas station.
Oh yeah, we just were fueling up in some place at next to the road, and then I filmed some stuff and I left my camera there. And yeah, we have to go back now 40 minutes in the other direction. We called them, and they immediately knew, hey, are you the guys with the camera? And then yeah, we said yes. So here's the camera back, here's the car at this very nice Bolleland, and thank you so much. We got the camera back, and now we're going actually to Trondheim.
So our 7-hour drive got even longer.
I already saw it in the ditch. about 1,900 kilometers into the trip already, and everything's actually working fine. My cruise control thing is a little bit loose here, but whatever. And I almost lost it in a corner on snow, or on ice actually, because it didn't want to go sideways, and suddenly there was a lot of sideways. Other than that, still on our route towards Trondheim.
The nature got way more interesting the more north we got.
So in the meantime it got dark. We are still like 2 hours away, or how far?
No, about 130 minutes.
Okay. And then on the way we found these guys. They saw our TikTok video.
Norway is quite a big country, you might think, but somehow a few guys recognized us at a gas station.
And you saw the TikTok video, right?
Yeah, TikTok, yeah.
Alright. They tuned this car right here. So that's more horsepower now.
More horsepower.
How many?
200 only, it's not a lot. But
Now that's 200 or 200 more?
No,
it was
now
136, now
Okay,
it's
now it's 200. Alright.
The difference. You see those guys in Obey hoodies, and I'm in a Helly Hans and I'm freezing my ass off.
And now we're going back into the E30.
Built different, these guys in the Obey hoodie, right?
Hi guys! Didn't expect to see you here. Well, this is our stay for tonight. We have a nice big living room with cushions. The view is incredible. The crazy thing here is we're right at the sea. If you jump off the balcony, you're in the sea. This is the kitchen where we're gonna cook fajita for tonight. Tim, kommst du an den Tisch bitte?
Now we cook dinner, and now we eat dinner.
In the morning, we actually saw how beautiful our Airbnb was right next to the sea.
Good morning! We're here in Trondheim and had a lovely stay at an Airbnb, and we're heading to Mosjøen. Exactly, so join us on the journey today.
How do you feel in the Diva car? How do you feel?
I'm feeling great. It's not that long of a drive today, but I hope it's even better scenery than yesterday.
The car feels solid. It feels like day one. Or day. Yeah, that's 120 in a 70 zone.
So we just took a right turn somewhere. We don't know where, but it's possibly the most incredible view we've had so far.
At this point, we didn't realize how strict the traffic laws in Norway are. But Tim and Cyrill had to learn the expensive way.
300 Norwegian kroner.
Yeah.
And if you accept that, the case is finished.
Okay.
Yes.
You will give me the ticket with me, or?
It will come to your home address in Switzerland if you live there.
Okay, yeah.
You accept?
Yeah, if I don't accept?
It will be a police report and you will meet in the court and so on.
Ja, wat wil je mogen? Yeah. I mean, how much is it?
In the court.
2,300 Norwegian.
200 franken. For 9 gram schnell. This is a lot. That's more than in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And we are expensive in Switzerland. That's crazy.
So what just happened?
Well, I just got a speeding ticket for 9 kilometers an hour too fast. and it's about 190 francs, Swiss francs, for 9 kilometers too fast. Yeah, so I think Switzerland is actually the better place to drive fast than Norway. Yeah, that's 120 in a 70 zone.
And of course, we had to get the E30 sideways.
How was the drift?
Pretty mediocre.
I have to do it again because it wasn't that nice, because the E30, the Vredestein Tyres, they hold that well. It's almost impossible to get it sideways. Not impossible, but hard.
I think the AC is broken.
So we're back on the main road after a quick detour on some kind of little pass. The E30 is quite difficult to drive sideways actually, or difficult, I mean it's just, there's a lot to do because the steering rack is really slow, so you have to react real fast and do a lot of work. Yeah, we're now cruising back to our next stay. Gotten a lot colder.
Rabatte.
Nein. Welche Pump? 2. Even the fuel pumps are frozen.
Genesis. It's the coolest gas station in the world, period.
Why?
It just looks cool. It has snow, big car park. Tesla chargers are a bit annoying, but other than that, very nice.
Another goal of ours was to see the Northern Lights.
And now we saw a little greenish glimmer in the sky, and we think that we saw the first Northern Lights already. Sometimes the belt still squeaks, especially in the really cold area here.
We only get stopped by slow traffic. Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. We actually saw the Northern Lights now. It's official. We tried to go out in the outback and try to capture it for you guys. We drove from the road into a little side road, and now we're trying to find, oh, it's slippery, we're trying to find an outlook. It's so beautiful, it's crazy. And as you can see, the lights working perfectly. We see a lot. Looks like it's finished. Oh no, it's not finished. Oh, there's oh, it's not stealth. Oh, there's a house.
Can you see this green shimmer? These are the Northern Lights. It would be just crazy if he just left me out here, just drove away. I hope he comes back, but it's crazy. As you can see here, this green shimmer, oh, it's not that much at the moment, but eventually during the evening it's getting crazier and crazier. Now Tim's come backwards, so I can try to make a photo.
It wasn't much, but it was something.
Oh, it looks so beautiful already. Is this the house?
Because we went on our trip during the off-season, so when normally nobody visits Norway, we had really luck whilst booking Airbnbs and stays, so we could like book them 1 to 3 days in advance and met lovely people and stayed at lovely places.
So we just arrived at our beautiful stay for tonight. And I don't know, we get in, right? How to get in? Yeah. What did he say? It's just walking. They said something about the key is already here, but oh, yeah. this is Norwegian. The key is just here. But we have a fire going on in here. And it's looking crispy hot and spicy.
2 fires going on.
Yeah, 2 fires there. And over here,
as well.
these are beautiful.
Just warming the house.
And then finally, our first hot tub. No sauna yet, but we'll get to that. This was a perfect end of a long day. It was definitely the coldest night for the E30. In the morning, it had some problems to start, just a little bit. It's actually around -15 to -20 degrees right now, so quite cold. But we're just checking the fluids of the E30, and afterwards we're going a little bit more up north, just a 4-hour drive to like a valley where you go to the single last barn where it's there, and we're going to sleep there, and hopefully we're going to find some nice ski lines up on the mountains left or right. So yeah, we're going to have a look. Okay, yeah, we head on. Let's go!
It's the first time you're driving the E30, and what are your thoughts?
Yeah, for an old car, it's pretty impressive up here, up north, what it does. But it's a big difference to the Genesis, but this one is way cooler to drive.
Oh, you can't say that, the Genesis won't be happy?
So we just saw a sign that said Raceway and Arctic Circle Raceway actually. And now we're going to check out how they race up in the north. Yeah, it's a racetrack. And then Julian took the wheel of the E30 for the first time. Rumors say, not the best idea. Oh no!
Yep. Well, we went sideways a little bit and a little bit too much. And now the side of the car is kind of pressed in. But I mean, nothing you can fix, so yeah.
I still need some training, I guess.
On that day, we crossed the Arctic Circle. This was kind of magical.
This is amazing. We've just crossed the Arctic Circle, so we're basically polar region right now, and it looks like kind of like the moon or Antarctica, or crazy. No trees, nothing, just stone and ice.
It's as cold as you could imagine.
We just saw our first reindeers. It's funny, they're just like cows in Switzerland. They're just here.
Reindeers at the polar circle.
Oh, look at this. Now we're going to eat this.
Yeah, now you're gonna talk
Afterwards, having like 1 hour and 30 minutes left to location. Behind this mountain is somewhere our hut or our cabin for the night. The weather was always a big game changer up north. It can change from sunny to snowy to hail to everything in really, really fast time.
What did you pack for the snowstorm?
Pack for the snowstorm?
Yeah, there's going to be
no snowstorm.
No, we're going to get stuck in the valley.
Cyrill checked the weather forecast and saw something about the snowstorm, but I couldn't believe it that much.
We're here at our beautiful Gammelhuset. I mean, that's probably potato house. Statt Gummelstock, no. And the E30, there's no problem except the squealing belt, as always. And
I think we're going to hit one of these mountains here, as it looks like.
At this point, we thought the trip was going way too easy. The car never had any problems, the roads were never closed, we always could book houses, we always had a place to stay, and everybody was really happy. The night was very calm, and finally we could experience our first Scandinavian sauna.
From the local mayor, we got some ideas to ski to surrounding mountains. He also said we have to hurry, because it will get warmer and it will rain, and we definitely don't want to catch a wet avalanche.
well, it's actually quite, how do you call it? You know the grind, the feeling if you grind in the gym and you feel fucked afterwards?
No.
That's the feeling I have here.
It started off quite good. A little bit of snow from the sky, but nothing too dramatic. Julian stayed back at the hut and gave us instructions through the walkie-talkie about the weather and how the conditions are changing.
We made it to the top, so not actually top because the weather is not that good, and we have to go back down because we have to drive for like 5 hours today and head on to the next location. So we had a really cool tour. Down there is the house, and now we go back there.
We just finished skiing, we went up that mountain. You can see it's a little bit foggy right now, but we packed our bags now and are heading to the ocean, a little island where we'll stay tonight.
The next goal was Engeloya.
We have a stone chip sadly in the Genesis in the window, and we got stickers from Bavaria to like kind of prevent it from growing.
First casualty, that's a big one.
Yeah, now I put BMW stickers on the Genesis. Sorry.
Filled. Yeah, the rims they really love snow, so I think probably we have to get rid of it now quickly.
Yesterday the mayor of the place we have been told us it's going to be really warm the next days, and it actually got really warm, and it's like around 5 degrees now. And starts raining everywhere, and it's not that cool, but we'll have a look how it is in Engeloya, where we're going now.
It got warmer and warmer and the snow started to melt.
Yeah, we got into heavy rains. We are right at the sea. It started raining pretty heavy, and we're sideways, like 40 minutes away from our
Late at night, we arrived at our beach cabin. It was a rough night. In the morning, it was still very windy. This wind brought the warmer and rainy weather.
So apparently in the next days it's going to be crazy weather conditions. Different people told us and they said it's the craziest time to be up here. So yeah, we're looking forward how it's going to be.
Conditions are just terrible. I mean, the visibility is nowhere, but that's the least of my problems. Just the surface is just so bumpy. There's like stones, ice, snow, potholes. There's just everything except smooth roads. So I think a Rolls Royce will be pretty good here.
Now we have arrived at the place where we're going to take the ferry. We just done it with the app Ferry Pay. Does this work?
No,
We had to hop between a few islands and the ferry took us closer to Narvik.
So we just passed Narvik.
After our sideways business, we realized that we were actually on a military training ground. It was now day 9 and we woke up in one of the most beautiful Airbnbs. It was our rest day, so we didn't drive anywhere. But of course, Tim still had a great idea to do some dumb shit.
Yes, it was cold. That cold. Later that day, the sky cleared up, and in the night we could see some northern lights.
it's the second time we're seeing the northern lights, but now they're really strong, and you might be able to even see it by camera.
Oh yes.
Fuck.
Oh. Let's do our first photo with the car in it, because back here
We can see it on the camera.
yeah, it's so crazy. And the mountain, Northern Lights car, this is the mission. Good. A little bit too. Do it again. Yet.
The northern lights were gone pretty fast. And after driving for the night with a squeaking belt that really got on our nerves, we tried to fix it.
Guys, it's close to 1 o'clock at night. What are we doing?
Trying tightening the belts. So. Die Frage ist es 17, nicht?
We got closer and closer. On that day, the goal was to make it to the last little town before heading up all the way north. At least, that was our intended plan.
And we're just packing our bags from our lovely stay in Nordreisa or something like this. Nordreise? Yeah, Nordreise. And as you can see, the sky is really beautiful. And now we're heading all the way to the top, to the North Cape.
After quite some kilometers, we had our first little problem with the Genesis. The underbody panel came loose.
We didn't fix the thing underneath the Genesis. We are having a look at it and probably have to cut it afterwards.
Shout out to Genesis. Cutting up your car.
Yeah, the E30 has also a little problem.
Yeah, it's a little problem. Could eventually lead to a huge problem, like the size of not being able to finish a trip. The belt is seeming, the radiator belt exactly, or just the system is slipping, and because it's a little bit too loose. And you could tighten it, but I need a 19 wrench, and I don't have a 19. We just were at a hardware store and they just had like 17, 15, 21, but no 19. So we're just driving to Alta now. That's 2 hours of drive with a slipping coolant belt, radiator belt, and it's quite toasty, the E30, because we're heating now, so to take away the heat from the engine, so the engine doesn't explode and blow up and we're stranded inside of the road. So we'll do that in Alta and hope it will work, and no bolts will snap, no belts will rip, and we'll have smooth sailing from there on with perfect 90 degrees water temperature.
After a bit of a drive further north, the weather became colder again.
It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing.
Alta was the next stop. There we went to our favorite store, Oldtimer. We got the tools to fix the squeaking noise from the E30. Thanks to an input from Tobias from TB Motorsport, we got the right information how to do it.
We're back at work on the car again.
Yeah. They call me the car's mechanic. They call me
The funny thing is, here someone work on the car, and here this is the Genesis. Nimmt er sich wirklich weg?
Logisch, komm, ist nicht in die Haare richtig.
Also der...
Jetzt.
Das ist ein Luftfilter?
Ja. Also mit Ding. Ja.
Now Tim's removing the air filter.
So, it's still okay.
Now just tighten it up. The exhaust is
in?
warm. Yep.
Oh, maestro.
Fixed it!
There he is.
Vredestein worker.
Lefty loosey, yeah. Lefty loosey, yeah.
While they're still working on the car, the Airbnb guy just told me that the roads are close to the Airbnb eventually, and we have to look if we get through. I'm pretty positive that everything works out good.
And then the next problem came around the corner.
The road is closed. We don't know what this means. Try to translate it now. So the Norwegian sign says it's closed during bad weather, but when I look at here, it's pretty normal weather. Just ask some locals and they don't know either how long it's going to take, and what the problem is. So there's a snowplow coming. Eventually they open it up now.
Hi!
They have to wait.
How long, do you know? Or
It's talking to the other guy.
okay.
So they maybe it's going Colonna.
Okay,
Perfect.
Maybe.
thank you.
Maybe, yeah. Thank you.
We hope so.
Bye bye.
Now it says that the next colonne, like the next way to get through, is at 1610. And so we go back now and do some fun stuff probably, or eat something, I don't know.
While we waited for the convoy to start, we went to the next ski area. The ski lift was closed. That's why we built our own.
Try not to hold me down, feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars, I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
After this very good skiing session back there, we are back at the colonne. It looks like that we can pass the barrier in some minutes with this colonne here. And yeah, hopefully we can make it.
In the meantime, it got dark.
We were still puzzled why they would close the roads. It didn't look anything special, the wind was slow, the weather was clear. But after we got up on a hill, the wind started to pick up immensely. By now the wind was really heavy. The convoy was slow. Very, very slow. Yeah, it's going to be interesting if we make it today, if we can get up to the North Cape. I'm starting to doubt that. There was a convoy going at night so we can watch the northern lights, but I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, so right at the moment just trying to stay calm and get through this mountain pass, but somehow we're stopped. No idea.
Well, it's pretty windy. Yeah.
Let's say over 100 kilometers strong winds, maybe 150 even. It's crazy. It's just a flash, and we're moving at snail's pace now. It started to get really dramatic. There were cars besides the road which got swept away by the wind. It was starting to feel a bit heavy. But in the end, we made it through. But we made a big mistake. Instead of continuing the journey, we stopped, refueled, grabbed a hot dog and relaxed for a moment. It turned out we missed the convoy.
There's a convoy went like 10 minutes ago, right? As you said?
Not too long ago.
Okay, then we have to wait for another one.
At 10 o'clock there should be the next thing.
Trying to leave Skadi, we faced yet another barrier. There, we met a British war veteran who was also on his way to the North Cape with his modified army truck. He told us that perhaps there might be another convoy coming. He was pretty chilled about the whole situation.
Where exactly?
I live in England.
England.
I was in the regular army.
Yeah.
And I love the army, I hate the army. I hate being in
So we
camp.
started talking about his life, our life, the trip. He let out his dogs.
I used to jump out of planes and all sorts.
Oh really? Okay.
So I worked in Geneva for Barclays Bank, and I got Yeah, I went to Geneva and I thought this is shit, and then I was there for a week or two, and then it gets better because you start to see. I like Geneva.
And we nearly forgot that we were stuck in Skadi and didn't have a way out.
We're stuck here a little bit because the road back is pretty much also closed. The road forward is closed. It should open around 10 o'clock. The road to Hammerfest always opens and closes. Yeah, there's like 2 places to sleep here in Skadi, and the other one is a hotel which is being used as a refugee camp for Ukrainians, and it's also fully booked.
So Arctic Sea hat, Otto hat die Zimmer oder das Apartment.
Okay, beautiful. That's in Hammerfest.
Unfortunately, we continued our way in the wrong direction. Luckily, the sky cleared up once again and we saw the craziest Northern Lights activity so far.
So the mission, our main mission, was to go to an Airbnb in help me? Skarsfjord, whatever. Here is the name. And the roads were closed, and we're now here in Hammerfest. It's like the other direction, 50 minutes. So tomorrow morning early we're gonna leave and head to the North Cape, and hopefully we'll be open.
So then it was, the days of the days, the goal we worked for several months, the final push to the North Cape.
So, good morning, it's day whatever from our trip, and it's the day we're trying to go to the North Cape. It's a day we're trying to go to the North Cape, and we hope the road's open. It seems like just the last road isn't open yet, but we're still gonna try and drive there.
This app says that the way from Skarsfjord or something like this to North Cape will eventually open again, but it's not sure yet. So, as Tim said, we're going to try it anyways. Just put out the new information about the road, and apparently it's not closed anymore. So we'll just drive next 1 hour and 44 minutes and see if we can get through. But now it's looking way more positive than I thought, than we thought.
Very, very promising circumstances.
Yesterday evening it was pretty sad. It was, everything looked closed and we didn't know if we were really gonna make it. And we still don't know if we're really gonna make it, but I mean, the car can break down any moment. Watch out at the North Cape.
Nature got crazier and crazier. Almost no houses, big open wide spaces, and harsh environment. That's what makes the North Cape so special.
Actually racing up to the North Cape, which is an experience I never thought I would make, but it's just amazing. It feels like we're driving on the moon, and now the weather cleared up, the wind is gone, the road it seems to be open. A few kilometers before the North Cape, we arrived at the final barrier.
Okay. And it's open, and I wanted to know, there's like 11 o'clock, there's a convoy, or if it's open you can just drive, or what's the rules, or what's intelligent?
It is open, you can just drive, you don't need to wait for anybody.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well then, thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Thank you, bye-bye. So we just passed the last barrier to the North Cape. It's quite unreal actually, I can't believe it still, because yesterday the weather was so bad and all the people were like in the village, no, you're not gonna make it, it's just too heavy storms, just come next week when it's nice weather. And now we're driving up the road to the North Cape. It's 12 kilometers, 40 minutes.
It felt like a special day. It smelled like victory.
This was it, we finally made it.
We made it!
We made it? Yeah.
Crazy.
We're here.
What the fuck?